Ladies and gentlemen, I am ALLAN BRIMICOMBE, Professor of Geoinformation at the University of East London. I am a Chartered Geographer and an Academician of the Academy of Social Sciences. Since the 1992 Rio Declaration, the term sustainability has entered our daily lexicon. Sustainability, together with its bedfellows, green and low carbon, now permeates large swathes of government, business and consumer attitudes. How much of this is lip service to being politically correct? We are yet to see globally agreed action on climate change. Wealth inequalities are widening, and we are not going to achieve a socially just, environmentally sustainable or economically sustainable modernity anytime soon. However, mega events such as the Olympics present opportunities at city scale for profound transformation through the events themselves and through their post-event legacies. Thus, the bid for the 2012 Games in London made a commitment to deliver a low-carbon Games. One of the legacy promises is to make the Olympic Park a blueprint for sustainable living. Another was to transform the heart of East London, one of the most deprived and disadvantaged areas in the UK. Democratically accountable governments have increasingly sought to justify their policies, actions and public sector spending by evidencing their merit, quality and efficacy. Formal evaluation of policy interventions and their outcomes has become integral to achieving transparency in government. This is supported by policies towards open data. As the Olympic Games have evolved from the business-centered approach of the 1984 Los Angeles Games, in which public spending was only about 10%, to the environmental, economic and social transformation approaches of recent Games in which public spending predominates, so the need to evaluate the outcome of any Games increases in importance. The IOC have become acutely aware that in order to stave off criticism that the Games are costing host cities too much, and the 2004 Athens Games are widely viewed as directly contributing to Greece's current economic woes, then it too wishes to monitor the effects and legacies of each Games. The term evaluation can be defined as the systematic acquisition and assessment of information to provide useful feedback about some intervention. It can take many forms, including impact studies, economic valuations, individual project evaluations, and overarching meta-evaluations. London 2012 has them all, and I've personally managed a number of them. Evaluation is often seen as coming at the end of a project in order to see how well its planned objectives have been achieved. If the objectives are only being achieved in part, or there are unintended consequences and adjustments need to be made, then feedback during the course of a project is desirable. Indeed, the evaluation plan should be an integral part of the overall plan for the project, and should even address the process of data collection necessary for the evaluation to proceed using robust evidence. The public sector funding package for the preparation of the London 2012 Games is £9.3 billion, nearly 30 billion rial. LOCOG's operating budget for staging the Games is about £2 billion, 6 billion rial. And although most of this £2 billion will come from sponsorship and ticket sales, the UK government is the ultimate guarantor for the funding as required by the IOC. An event such as the Olympic Games will have a number of infrastructure components that are both necessary for the event to take place and which in legacy will contribute towards some environmental, economic and social transformational effect. For example, an athlete's village is required to house the athletes during the event. and that post-event it will provide housing to meet the needs of the local population and the local economy. During the construction period, some sustainable benefits can arise. So in the creation of the Olympic Park in London, there have been large-scale experiments, if you like, in on-site remediation of contaminated soil, treatment and reuse of black water, and implementation of low-carbon housing. The knowledge gained and the new technologies can be applied to other projects, large and small. However, the main benefits flow after the Games have finished. A stadium that is being built has no benefit for athletes while it is being constructed. It is only after the Games are finished that the stadium can be used for the training of athletes and for attracting local, national, and World Championship events that benefit the home athletes and the economy. Here, though, is the problem. In the preparation for the Games, the imperative of having to deliver the Games on time and to budget focuses minds and produces the political will to make it happen. The stakes are high. Once the Games are finished and everybody takes a holiday and the local organising committee is wound down and government spending moves on to other projects and other parts of the economy, the sustainability of the Olympic legacy can start to crumble. But it is precisely when the Games are finished that all the enduring benefits of the Olympic project start to flow. This then is the critical period for evaluation to ensure that the investment in the Games results in sustainable outcomes. Evaluation is not just about identifying the lessons learnt, but reinforcing sustainability. Hence, in London at the moment, there is significant activity on individual project-level evaluations as well as overarching evaluations. It is vitally important that there is continued public sector investment in the organisation, planning and future development of the assets created for the Games. So in conclusion, the experience we have had here in London is that evaluation is a critical element if sustainability is to be achieved. In preparing for an Olympic Games with so many infrastructural and social and economic transformative elements, there needs to be an evaluation strategy from the outset. The event itself is a watershed in which the investment in the Games itself is wound down, and other organisational arrangements must be put in place to ensure the legacy benefits achieve their own sustainable momentum into the future. Thank you.